Hi Facebook, how are you? It's Dr. Emily, founder of the Evidence-Based Fitness Academy, podiatrist from New York, and inventor of Naboso. So I'm going to do a quick 5-minute foot release. This is something that I recommend to every single one of my patients. I want my patients to do this at least twice a day if possible. I often recommend doing your foot release in the morning and in the evening while you are brushing your teeth. So I want it something that is going to be part of your lifestyle versus something that you're doing from a short-term perspective. If you happen to have active foot pain, this is not something that you're using just to get yourself out of foot pain. It's something that you again want to do on a regular basis in the morning and the evening. If you can only do it one time a day, at least give me that. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing this release powered by Rad Roller. So this is Rad Rounds, which is developed by Rad Roller. If you're not familiar with this company, they have some amazing products. And Rad Rounds particularly I like for the release technique that I'm going to show you. So a lot of times people will say that they are rolling their feet, and I often go onto different TV shows and speak about releasing the feet, and I'll say even if you have a golf ball, a tennis ball, a cross ball, I don't care what it is, honestly, as long as you're releasing your feet. However, for an ideal release, check out Rad Rounds. The goal of what we're going to be doing is to be doing much more of a pin and hold versus rolling. So try not to think about you're rolling the bottom of your foot on a golf ball, tennis ball, Rad Rounds. I want you to be releasing it by pinning it and holding it. Oftentimes when you're rolling the foot, if you roll very aggressively, you're actually going to create a guarding response by the muscles and the tissue in the bottom of the foot, which means you're actually creating much more hypertonicity versus a relaxation or a release of that adhesions and stickiness and things like that. So pin and hold, much more effective, okay? I'm going to show you the areas on the bottom of the foot that we're going to be releasing, because this is a big question that I always get. If you can see the bottom of my foot, you're going to find different places, and then we're going to shift our body weight through it. So you're going to start, we're going to start right here. This is going to be number 1. So it's going to be underneath the metatarsal heads. You are not going literally in between them for this release. There's other applications you can do. So you're going to start at the ball. You're then going to shift backwards into the middle of the arch, and then you're going to go all the way to the base here. So this is going to be number 3. So think of this as kind of where your plantar fascia originates. You're then going to shift to the outside of the foot. So you're going to go over here to number 4. This is where your peroneus longus runs underneath the foot. And then you're going to go to the medial side. So you're going to go to number 5. And then you're going to go a little bit higher towards the big foot, or big toe, sorry. Oh, I'm so tired, I apologize. So you're going to be here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different areas with the 3 different size balls. Again, we're going to be doing this in a pin and hold. I'm going to do this with my left foot, and then you guys can continue this on both of your feet. But I just want to show you how long I would be holding it in each region. So I'm going to start with the green ball. I'm going to place it in region 1. So region 1, if you can see, again, is underneath the ball of the foot. So I'm getting all of my metatarsal heads to open up. I'm just sitting here, hanging out and relaxing, getting a little bit of a release of that connective tissue. And then I'm going to shift to number 2. So again, I'm just relaxing my body weight into it. Think of it again as a pin and hold. If you wanted to add anything to it, you could keep the body weight and then think about lifting your toes and spreading them and then placing it back down. You could definitely add that, but again, we're not going for the roll. We'll then shift back to number 3. This is kind of a classic plantar fascial release. Again, I'm standing my body weight on it, relaxing. I would be holding it for the exact duration that I'm holding it on this video for you guys. And then we're going to shift over to number 4. This is where your peroneus longus and your perineals run, putting some of that pin and hold. Again, that duration, we're breathing, we're relaxed, we feel awesome. And then you're going to shift towards the inside. So that was number 5, holding that for a duration. And then we're going underneath where number 6 is, and that's going to be where your flexor hallucis brevis is and your abductor hallucis, holding it for that duration, and then great release. You're going to then go into the blue one. This goes back to number 1. We're holding and relaxing, opening up the metatarsal heads. If you happen to have a little bit hypersensitivity to it, you can back off a little bit. And then we're going to shift forward into the middle of the foot. Again, hanging out, relaxing. Perfect. Have a slight duration time there. And then you're shifting towards the heel. Again, just allowing that body weight to relax, holding in that position. And then we're over to number 4, outside of the foot. Hold that for a certain time. And then shift over to number 5. Hold that and release. This is where your posterior tibialis is going to insert. So very important fascial release there. And then shift forward to underneath. Again, your flexor, hallucis brevis, abductor hallucis. Excellent. And then we move on to my favorite, which is the small black one. That one's going to go down, and just be careful with this one because this one will definitely wake you up. So you're holding there, starting with number 1. Roll forward to the center of your arch. This is number 2. And then you're shifting to the heel. Again, plantar fascia. If you happen to have acute plantar fasciitis, just be a little bit mindful. And then over to number 4, peroneus longus. Over to 5, posterior tibialis. And then up to 6, flexor hallucis brevis. And then releasing. That is all that you would need to do on that foot. Obviously, we repeat the same thing on the other side. That is much more of a pin and release technique. There are 6 spots. It doesn't have to be these 6 spots, but these happen to be the 6 spots that match the appropriate anatomy and fascial attachments. Think of each of those, if you held it there for roughly 20 seconds, and that would be 20 times 3, 2 minutes times 3, 6 minutes. There you go. So 6-minute release. I apologize, I said 5 minutes. It's a 6-minute release that you can do with the 3 rad rounds. Again, I recommend doing it on a daily basis. If you could do it 2 times a day, in the morning, in the evening, when you're brushing your teeth, that would be awesome. If you're doing bilateral both feet, obviously if you find any other tender areas in the foot, you could do that as well. Please remember that literally rolling your foot, I think foam rolling unfortunately gave a little bit of a bad association or confusion to patients and consumers. They think that they need to roll all of their tissue. We want it to be much more of a accurate and effective release. Stay barefoot strong, stay awesome, and I will talk to you guys very soon. Take care.